Hello guys, welcome back. This is going to be part 2 of a base indicator on the mobile application using .Net Maui, right? So this is our agenda. We are done with, well, this should be now, since we decided to do, we are done with part 1 of, so meaning that now we are on track to do part 2. Okay, so we are done with part 1. So please do check the first part, because then you need to go and watch that video for you to understand what I'm about to do. So enough with the introductions. Then we said, I want to show you, okay, we know that when you click the button, let me redo it again. Launch the app. So on the content views, I have this guy. So these are content pages, right? It's like a full page. A content view, it's something that can be a partial page on top of the page, like a type of a page that, partially can be reused, to show at a certain place, something like that. For example, this is the page set up. As soon as I click a continue button, you see there's another view right on top of this page. So I want to show you how I went about that. Right, so this guy, it's a base indicator view. It does have a code behind. So the code behind is just initialize, the component. Nothing very special about it. Right. So this guy, it's very, very important. Remember, I want you to watch the previous version, right? Whether or not, remember I told you, you see this is showing me a connection, no connection. The reason why it's showing me no connection, let's quickly take a look at. Here it is. Running for the first time. If it did not establish internet connectivity successfully, it's going to no connections page, right? So that's what happens. Good. But I can hit retry. It will, you see, again, now it says please wait while we retry connectivity. So it's a reusable component, right? So about this guy, it's a content view, right? I have a background color. There's a background color, and then I'm using skier to control that is, spinner or loading indicator, and it's using absolute layout, right? And then I'm having this property, it's very important, right at the top, container, and it's a bindable, which is a very powerful thing. It's a bindable property, right? So if I go, let's see. All right, so remember I said that page is a setup page. Let me quickly go back to it. Setup page, right? This is where I get to reference this content view. So before I talk about reference, let me talk about the entire content view that you saw. So it's a bindable content view, right? Using bindable property. This base indicator property is the one that we saw on the base view model class. Here it is. It's a Boolean one. It can either hold the true or false. By default, it will always be false, meaning that the view itself will have a false to begin with, right? And I just have a stack layout as a container, right? Then I'm saying horizontal option, fill and expand, but vertical, put it at the bottom, meaning at the end. Then I have another stack layout, another container internally. The background color is going to use this background color, right? And then the orientation is going to be vertical, meaning that they're going to be stacked from top going to the bottom. It's going to use in that skier. The skier, I'll finish with this one. The label, it's what will hold what, the message. So how do I know that? With the text property, it's binding to message underscore base indicator, and that it's also on the base view model of type string, right? So going back to this guy, so here, whatever you see there, I can even click this one. If I click this button, let's just type in some dummy data there. Doesn't matter what the data is, just to satisfy the rules. So you see this message here, it's a label, right? This is where it is. So the spinner is this guy. So this is a control that I'm using, it's called skier sharp. And then we are using specifically skier Lottie view, right? So Is animation enabled? Is still using that base indicator underscore is reversible. If that holds true, then this will be true. That means now start to run. Should be visible, still it's using the same property. The source is just something that I've used. It's a JSON file, just an interesting file. Repeat count -1 meaning that continue indefinitely. Repeat mode, restart. With the width request 100, height request 100, background color is transparent, right? So this is what makes up that view. It's reusable. So the question is, how does the setup page know about it? Because this is why I say, listen, namespace, I'll need you to go and look for into the project mobile application, the views folder, which is this one. I need you to look into content views folder, which is this one. There you will find what? The base indicator. So I have that guy. So at the bottom, here it is. Base indicator. At the bottom, I'm saying show base indicator, base indicator. It's me accessing this guy, right? By the name. And I'm saying, okay, we're gonna play with one property, which should it be visible, yes or no? And then I just pass in the value there. Remember, the value comes from where? When we click that continue button, scroll up, continue button, where is here it is, continue button. We are saying the view model will help us to access base indicator from the base view model, and we're saying true, and this value will automatically be here and it will trigger it. So this is reusability. Now on this page of login, let me quickly show you that the same reusability I'm talking about. I still got time, which is good stuff. So there we go. You see, I still need to reference where it lives. Show base indicator. Scroll all the way to the bottom of this page, the current page that you see here. Here it is. So this is me reusing the code, and it's a powerful thing. Very, very, very powerful thing. So this is all about base indicator. Everywhere there is a base indicator. It's a way for you to say, end user, since you requested an action to be performed by way of executing, whether clicking a button, or clicking an icon, whatever it is, we need you to wait while we try to get information for you. So what it does is says, listen, I need to tell the user to wait by way of showing that something is happening, which is the skier Lottie view, this guy. And then I'm gonna show the message to the user, which is this guy. And then with that, what I'm doing, it's simple. I'm saying until I have gotten the results, whether it's a success or a failure, like in this case, if I now type in something stupid there and I click the button, it failed. And there we go. It showed, then it stopped. It stopped quickly because of, it did not even say, go to the service, because there are validations in place. And I'll make a specific video of these kind of validations, You see, says email is not valid. If I come here, go there, password is not valid. If I type in something, come here, it always do that. So I'll make a video one day. I just need you to stick around. Hey, listen, if you know anyone who would like to know all of this, understand all of this, make use of all of this, curious about how I've built License Any Tips, it's currently right now in production. The app is on Google Play Store for Android. It's on Apple Store for iOS. I've built this and I had fun building it. And I'm using .Net Maui. It's a Microsoft framework for mobile development and desktop. So if that sounds good, this will only be 25 Rand per session for a full hour. During that hour, you will then ask questions. I'll be slow to show you one specific thing that you're curious about. Right? Any day from Monday to Friday, from 8 p.m. until 9 p.m. when you have rested from your busy day. But if you're available during the day, you can holler at me and I'll make time. Sounds good? I'm gonna leave my numbers.